Alright, welcome to my stream today. Today we're playing some more Pokemon the card game online, and we're just gonna jump right on into it. We have a new daily challenge. I'm gonna go for the water challenge today since that looks like, well, I really like the water decks that I have, and so I'm gonna stick with that. Let's jump on in here. So last time we were exploring some of the fighting decks in here, and I had a difficult time finding a fighting deck that seemed to be going well. And this Towering Heights fighting Pokemon deck is just awesome. So I went ahead and bought it. I mean, I've already made up the coins for it. And I just wanted to show it off and show you that there were some actual good fighting decks in there. This is from the Sun Moon era, and it is pretty solid. Alright, choose who goes first. Come on, Jeopardy. Sweet. Playing the Gibble first, and then this Time Pole. Now the Gibble's pretty strong. It evolves into Garchomp, and in this particular deck it doesn't do a massive amount of damage unless you're losing. And he's playing with a very strong deck this time, so there's a good chance I'll be down, which this is a really great comeback Pokemon. Yep, I will take the extra free cards, no problem there. Throw is the real damage dealer of this deck, and so it's awesome that I've got him in here. I just have to have one Pokemon on my bench with a little bit of damage on him, and then he does an extra 90 damage. With only 2 energies and outputting 120 damage. That's a great deal for me. So I've already got a switch card in my hand to take advantage of this. So I hope he just beats on my Gable a little bit. Now his huge damage dealer is this Necrozma with a special laser. And if he attaches a special energy to this, like a rainbow energy or weakness energy, which I think he has in the deck automatically, then he will do an extra 60 damage, 160. So this is his high output basic Pokemon. And so I'd like to take it out as quickly as possible so it doesn't sit and chew through all of the prize cards. And he realized if he did damage to me, he's in trouble. So he decided to opt into this Audino to just keep on drawing free cards. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that same strategy, except do some damage while I'm at it. Let's see. Groudon is the other huge damage dealer in the deck, so I've got all 3 that I really want out right now. So I've got all the basic Pokemon I need. Just gonna start loading up my hand with as many cards as possible and use that to pressure him into actually taking some action. U-turn board. It's the right item for that Pokemon so that he can just, whenever I knock out one of his Pokemon, throws out Arduino, uses the special ability, draws a card, and uses the U-turn board to retreat for free. So it's a free card, any sort of action I take. And First Contact and Mumble. This Pokemon's not going to do a whole lot for me. I think he just put it out there as a sacrifice Pokemon. He doesn't plan on actually doing any damage with it. Alright. Use my bug catcher. He's playing the stall game till he gets a special energy. So I will take advantage as well and load up my Pokemon with some energy. Try and get them in a good position to do a massive amount of damage. I could, however, opt in for the Seismic Toss, but he's gonna come in here, swap out his Pokemon, and destroy me now. And get his free card. Alright. I can't put down anything that can actually take 160 damage. So I don't have a lot of options here. I need to output a huge amount of damage. And so I need to get this Trembling Ground ready. So that'll be ready next turn. I don't want to switch it out too early. So now I'm playing from behind, because I waited too long. Alright, let's see what he does. Obviously knock it out. Now he could play it safe and do 2 barrier attacks in a row to try and knock out the Skibble. Which also puts up a barrier for 30, a shield for 30. But that would be a huge mistake if he opted for that instead, because that would give my Gibble some damage that I could swap out for the throw. He's playing super cautious. And his setup here allows him to just pull 1 energy out of the discard pile per turn. So even though he retreated and sacrificed some energy, it's really not a sacrifice for him. Alright, so Bulldoze, once a turn I can pick a card to put at the top. I'm gonna start leveling up the Skibble. Since I'm behind, it's a good shot. So let's he's gonna come in for destruction next turn. So I will just put the energy here. Get some more cards. Which includes the one I need. And need to do some damage. That's not too bad, not too shabby. With that other deck I was playing with yesterday, I forget what it was called, Hammer In, Hammer Fist. It was awful. I definitely wouldn't have survived that long. At least I'm posing some sort of real threat to him here, so he's hanging back. I've used way more cards, so if he's playing this wait and stall game to add some pressure, it'll probably work against me. Alright. We'll use Bulldoze with... where is my evolved Garchomp? There we go. That's what I want here. on this. Swap them out. And wait. Alright, we finally got a good win here. He got another Necrozma up, so that's dangerous. But I think I have him at a defensible position here. Just to see, because I can do two heavy outputs, 120 and 120, and his is only at 130. So that's all I really need, is one of these Pokemon to do 120. So I used that Mew to put some damage on them while they're on the bench. Now I'm sort of gonna chill out. I've got all the cards I need. There's no need for me to be pulling so many cards out of my deck right now. I've got all the energy I need as well. So I will just take my one card per turn and relax about it. Because I don't want... He's gonna be trying to catch up here, drawing extra cards. And if I let him catch up, that'll ease up some of the card pressure on me. So I will take that. Ooh, Savali. Nice hit. I don't have many options here. So... 120. Oh, they've got a weakness. I will have to exploit that weakness for the easy kill. Now the draw energy will make you draw extra cards, so I'm not going to do that. I'll throw out another Gibble here, and then set up getting a Gabite for next turn. Who knows, maybe I'll get another Garchomp in my prize cards here. I don't think I have a Garchomp. Right. Overslice for 80. To discard any extra energy. Already doing a massive amount of damage. An extra 80, so it's 160. And then I could have done an extra 40 on top of that. 200. I could have done 400, but 360 was more than enough to knock him out. Now he's going to take advantage of this and knock my Garchomp out. But that Necrozma, he should be getting it ready. Like that. So I'm still down one Pokemon. So painful. Alright, let's see if there's anything good in here for me. That may look scary. I don't think it'll actually be useful to me, but better to have it out than not. Fan club, don't need it. Pokemon communication, don't need it right now. Let's just use this attack. Now, since he's doing such a massive output of damage, I need some way to get some damage onto one of my Pokemon, or I don't know, get this charged up, or do an extra 10 damage to his. So I've got to find some sort of creative way to do that, or I'll be in big trouble. really... Well, I guess he does. He doesn't even do that, but I don't have a reasonable way to beat this guy right now. Oh, here we go. This mini earthquake does 10 damage to each of my Pokemon. And bulldoze. Let's put some cards back in my deck. With the Cynthia, I'll do that next turn. Okay. And I can't believe it. I messed it up. Alright, I'll try and make up for it. I'll grab the Gibble and a throw. Done. I can throw that Gibble up for sacrifice. But I don't have space. I really messed up. I should have attached the energy here to Palpitoad to do that earthquake to damage my own people, to then throw out. I've messed it up. He's got me. Switch Pokemon, can't do it. It's time for me to call some quits on that match. Anyway, I hope you could see that the competition on this Towering Heights deck was much closer than the other ones. We've got a water challenge to do, so I'm picking the Blastoise deck, which is the Torrential Cannon deck, and the Unseen Depths deck from Sun Moon is also very strong. So either way, I would have been happy to play with either deck, but this Blastoise deck is cool, and it scares a lot of people, so I'm gonna go for it. Psyduck. Scary. I've got no strong active Pokemon to start with, but maybe that Timer Ball will save me. These are gonna be my star items right here. Give me something else, please. Let's start that Squirtle going. And Timer. This will probably last me long enough to do something else. So I'll take the Golduck update, even though I need to evolve Squirtle more for my long-term game. He's weak to fighting and resistant to Psychic, so we're really neutral against each other here. It doesn't matter. Switch if I need it later. Use how, get some more cards going here. And nothing else I can do except attack for 20 right now. And I get to block him from doing damage. Next turn. Professor Kukui doesn't draws 2 cards plus 20 damage to your attack. That's 40. He's almost dead there. It'll put him up to 60. So one more damage counter to 70 and he will be out. So it'll be really nice if he adds another energy to it. So that way, see, I'm hoping when you knock out that first Pokemon that you can just get him to waste a few turns by throwing energy onto it. Good. Alright, got that Blastoise. That's looking strong. And I'm taking no immediate threat to this Golduck here, so I might as well add an energy to it. There's a Brock's Grid in this deck, and also Blastoise's ability to pull energy out of the deck, so I'm not going to be on an energy shortage here. And block the headbutt. Okay, he's only got one turn left on that. He's charging up this Houndour, which does evolve. Darkness Fang for 20, so he's not really a threat right now, but he soon will be. I really need to get a Wartortle so I can get this upgraded soon. But he is taking his time. Alright. I've got that Brock's Grid, I've got a Fan Club switch. Let's pull some Pidgeys out of this deck. Pidgey. And another Pidgey. They have, if I can get the Pidgeotos and these evolve, then I can be pulling cards out of my deck every turn, which is pretty awesome. For now, I'll attach the energy to the Squirtle and go for Amnesia once more since I don't need that high power attack. And prize card, what will you be? Another Squirtle. So I haven't had the best of luck this game as far as like magical drawing the right heart of the cards type deal going on here. However, neither has he. Right, Thomas? Or is it Bree Thomas, do you think? Damage increased to 50 with that and burned. Ouch. So painful. Alright. Kind of a tough choice here, but I've got no energy to use and no Wartortle, so I'm gonna throw Cynthia out, even though I really don't want to lose those two evolutions. Pidgeotto. Alright, that's a leg up. Let's use that power right away. I'll take that energy. Let's do our swim attack for 90. Nest Ball we really don't need right now. We'll throw Farfetch'd out there as a staller if we need to. And swim. Farfetch does 20 damage, which would take him out, so that's all we need. 20 damage with 1 energy. Good there. So we can stall a little bit till we get a Wartortle. It doesn't do him any good to switch out Pokemon at this turn, because whatever he swaps it with, I'll just 90 damage swim to it. And he didn't attack me. He must have run out of time or something. That's not good. That's just bad play right there. We don't want to evolve Pidgeotto quite yet because we're taking advantage of this. We've got our Blastoise back. Now we just need a Wartortle. So we'll put that on there. output some damage. Since I'm trying to go for water damage, I should have picked the higher damage move there. But there's really not a lot he can do. He can do 10 damage to me, that's all. Maybe 20 if he has a trainer card that works. So he's had extremely bad luck. Alright. What are you bringing for us this time, Pidgeotto? Nothing useful. Doesn't matter either way, I don't think it works. And that's game over. This bench is empty. Sometimes you get the chance to like really drag the match out if you want to. Like you're like, I'll give him a chance to get it going. I've done that once or twice, and it's really come back to bite me. So I'm not doing that. Definitely not giving them. If I have the chance to end it, just end it. Alright, so let's just play with that same deck one more time, and we'll call it good for a day. Hey, it looks like we picked up somebody watching the stream. How's it going? We'll start up with the Farfetch'd to draw some extra cards. Maybe we can get a jump start on our game. We've already got How here, which is pretty nice to start off by drawing an extra 3 cards. Kind of shifts the odds a little bit in your favor. The entire purpose of this deck is just to get a Blastoise. Blastoise does that Rain Dance, rains down energy on all of your Pokemon. And it's not called Rain Dance, it's called Torrent or something else, but that's really the whole point of what we're going for here. Can't use energy or this collect my first turn. So let's see what he does. Now this Rillaboom deck is totally awesome. The only downside to it is Rillaboom requires 4 energies to do his massive attack. It's either like 160 or 180 damage. And then his first attack, his lower energy attack, is still 3 energies. It does 90 damage and then either 10 or 20 to each of my benched Pokemon. So he's massively dangerous. However, all of his cards require a heavy amount of energy. If he evolves this Gossifleur, then he can do a Cotton Float or something where he charges up all of his benched Pokemon with 3 energy each time he uses it. So I don't want him to sit there and use that. The sooner I can get a real counterplay going, the better. Because the longer I stall, the more dangerous he gets. Nothing else I can really do here. Let me collect my 2 cards. And hope I get a Wartortle. But some of the frustration with playing Pokemon card game, a lot of it, I mean, you can game the odds a little bit and you're like, well, I've reduced the chances of getting that bad card by like 1/60 by doing this move. However, you're still a certain number out of 60 for each of the possible moves you can do. And it's luck of the draw. It's cool that he charged up his Snorlax instead of his Thwackey here. But that's probably coming next turn. Maybe he's not confident he can draw Rillaboom right away. His trainer cards are focused on getting cards out of his deck though, so I don't think he should be too worried. If I throw this Copycat out there, I'll only have 3 cards. Right now, the collect with 2 cards is better than getting a swap out for only 3. just because of the way the odds work. I've already eliminated a lot of possibility here. So all I can really do here is hope to get some counterplay going. Pidgeotto's a huge step towards that. The counterplay that it provides me is picking from the top 2 cards on my deck, picking one of them. Ouch. Alright. Now I'm totally in for it. He's got everything charged up and ready to go. That's super painful. Come on, Professor, help me out. Come on, Pidgeotto, help me out. So sad. Well, Pidgeotto looks like my strongest fighter right now, even though I really wanted to stay just a benched Pokemon. I don't have much of a choice coming up. Don't let me down, Farfetch'd. I've got like half my deck out here and still no Wartortle. I'm about to get crushed. I will sacrifice a junk Pokemon right now, just to give myself one more turn to figure it out. Alright, Airmail times 2. Alright, I'll take that How. How times 1. Give me those 3 cards. Yes. And give me that Blastoise. Or just nothing. Just give me nothing. Now he doesn't have a bunch of cards. There's no point really swapping out. Sorry, Psyduck, you get trashed. Now, if I can get a Pidgeot, the evolved version here, he does a Whirlwind attack and then some other sort of gust attack, and one knocks them back completely into their hand and one swaps out with their Pokemon on their bench. So there is a chance here, even though it's not looking super awesome, that I could pull this out. I'm not keeping my fingers crossed. Oh, Golduck. Oh, Timer Ball. Let me take that Timer Ball. Let me flip 2 heads. Alright. Let's risk it all with the copycat hand swap. Throw all those cards back into my deck. And draw the same amount of cards. No Blastoise. He's totally just outlucked me here. There's really nothing I can do. I'll throw a Waterfall at him. But his Rillaboom doesn't damage himself. My guys are getting higher to their 60 HP here. And my prize cards are getting way less. I don't think I'm even meeting my goal here of outputting a lot of water damage to meet my daily challenge. Oh, and to top it all off, I'm weak to grass. Well, let's try Airmail twice. Rock's Grid is cool. I love that card. even though I already had one, and Psyduck. Let's grab those cards from my discard pile and throw them back into my deck. 6 cards going back into your deck's a huge help. Decreases your odds though. And after this gust, I've got no energy charged up, no real options. So it's pretty much game over for me. And he'll be down to 2 prize cards. And I was really hoping to win at least one of these games today. Let's see, how long have I been on? 36 minutes? I have good game, Azurine. Just a tiny little bit of damage there. Man, alright. Well, if Blastoise doesn't do it for you, let's go to this top tier Charizard deck. This deck, if you haven't seen it before, it's just completely amazing. The Nidoqueen in there, you can pull any Pokemon out of your deck that you want every single turn. And the Charizard, you don't even need to have any energy on it. It scoops up its own energy that it needs to do 130 damage every single turn. Rapidash can block 50% of the attacks going to it. Got no starting Pokemon here. Hopefully, my deck isn't all as lucky as it looks to be. Yeah, hey, he's playing with that same fighting deck I was using. Sweet. Alright. Maybe seem odd to pick the Ponyta here, but being able to stop some damage early on in the game will give me some time. Now it's important to get these going here. And nothing else I can do this turn anyway. Hopefully I get some sort of free switch card. That would be nice to just have the Rapidash out there doing damage and the Nidoqueen here sitting on my bench scooping up cards for me from my deck. Come on. Come on, Hal, help me out. And nothing else I can do right now. Need some sort of a switch card. Oh, maybe he's gonna destroy my Nidorina. I should probably hold off here on putting my Nidoqueen down, because it could go on either evolution chain right here, and he's probably trying to knock this out real quick because he doesn't know I have 2 Nidorinas. So he's gonna throw 40 damage at it, which will almost kill it. So I might as well just treat this as a sacrifice up here at front to get my game going. Unless I magically draw a switch next turn. Oh, he drew his Garchomp, which does a massive amount of damage if he's behind. So I need to try and knock it out before he gets behind. Alright, and if I don't knock out Gabite in one hit, then he swaps with Throw, and Throw does a massive amount of damage on me because there's damaged Pokemon on the bench. I will stall one more turn. As soon as I throw that Nidorina down, I can get the same amount of cards he has left in his hand, so hopefully he ends the turn with some cards that I can match his number. Which he's not going to do for me. Still, 4 is better than 0. But I won't get 4, I'll get 2. Sad day. Alright. I will throw that out because I know I can get him charged up in one turn and knock out this Garchomp in one hit. This is what makes this deck so flexible. Is just being able to output a high amount of damage super quick. So Queen's Call, pull out that Charizard. And Roaring Resolve right here means I can take 20 damage to charge him up with 2 energies. So this is going to do 50, 100, 150, 180. Because I have to discard all the energies. Alright. So that was probably the best I could do to him that turn, just because he's now 2 energies behind. And he gets sad about that. So, he probably didn't need to resign right there. It is a very scary deck to play against, so I don't blame him, but there was still a bit more game to play there, but I'll take the easy win after 2 really difficult struggles there. So, anyway, thanks for joining me tonight, and have a good one.